Hi gorgeous ones. Look, have you heard people talk about journaling and how powerful it is, and you've felt your eyes start to roll back into your head? It's like, yeah, right. Well, if you have done that, I'm going to challenge you today by talking about how journaling can actually transform your life. So if you're up for the challenge, stay with me. Here we go. My name is Lucretia and I'm an author, a psychic channel and a mentor. And I want to talk to you today about how journaling can transform your life. Now, if you've heard these kinds of words before and you've switched off, rolled your eyes in your head, thought, yeah, that's not for me, and you're still here now watching this video, thank you for giving it a chance. Awesome. Keep staying with me. Now, journaling. I have recommended to so many people over the years that they start journaling as a powerful way to connect to themselves and to what is important for them. Now, over those same years, I have heard all kinds of excuses from people about why journaling is not for them, won't work for them, isn't something they're interested in. And those excuses have included, let me know if these sound familiar, I'm not a writer, I write too slowly, I make a lot of mistakes, I don't really think I've got anything to say, I'm too busy, I've got lots of other things to do, I don't have time. Do any of those sound familiar? I'm sure you've got a few other excuses of your own, including, oh look, I'm just not interested, it's not for me, right? Well look, I've heard all those excuses, but here's the thing. For the people I have talked to and I've said to them, I really feel you need to start journaling regularly. And they've gone away and they've started doing it. Whether it's once a week, once a day, however regularly they can fit it in. They've come back to me and they have said things like, wow, Lucretia, I feel so much calmer now, because I've got all those thoughts that were driving me crazy out of my head, and I've got a bit more distance. And I can feel a bit calmer about that situation now. Or they've come back to me and they've said, wow, Lucretia, I've been doing this journaling thing and I actually had no idea. This is how I really felt about this particular situation. But now I can see the truth of it for me and I know that I need to change some things. Or they've come back and they've said, wow, Lucretia, I've got so much to say and I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep writing in my journal, and maybe I'll write other places as well, or maybe I'll go into this course, or maybe I'll do these other things, because suddenly I feel much clearer about what's important. Now, I'm not making this up, guys, like really, this is what I've had clients and friends and work colleagues come back to me and say when they have started journaling regularly. It is a great way to connect into who you are. But here's the thing you need to keep in mind, is that when you're doing this journaling, I suppose there's 2 or 3 things. The first thing is, when you're journaling, I always recommend you do it by hand. Yep, that's right, good old piece of paper and a pencil or a pen or a crayon, I don't care what it is you use. But it is so much more powerful to do it old school than to do it on the computer. Because there is something that happens when technology gets in the mix that kind of doesn't really work as well when we're trying to connect into who we are and to our inner voice. So do it by hand. And you know what? Yeah, maybe your hand's going to get sore. You're not going to die. You know, and maybe you will write slowly, but you know, no one's timing you. So do it by hand, because there is something magical that happens when it comes straight out of your mind, down your arm and out of your hand into the pen as you write onto the piece of paper. Trust me on that. They've done studies on this stuff, you know. The second thing I want to tell you is that when you do your journaling, don't go through and judge yourself as you're writing. The whole activity should really be more a stream of consciousness thing. Just let it flow out of you. Whatever is in you to write, write that. Because there's no exam afterwards. And I've had to tell that to so many clients because so many of the people I work with are so determined to try and always do their best. It's like there's always someone, imaginary person on their shoulder, an imaginary headmaster on their shoulder who's going to give them an exam at the end and mark what they've done. When you're journaling, there's no one doing that. This is an activity that is solely for you, to connect to you. So don't judge yourself as you go. Give yourself a break and just let it flow. Whatever it is, let it come out. And I guess that brings me to the third thing, is when you've written it, don't judge yourself, but also don't correct it. Don't go through and, scribble out whole sentences because you don't think they make sense, or worry that your spelling's not great and get onto Google to make sure you've spelled something correctly. Don't do that, because that's just going to interrupt your flow. And once again, it's completely unnecessary and isn't going to help you with this whole process. So really, when you do these activities, journaling is really about giving yourself a break and allowing you to connect to you in a way that is non-judgmental and is completely in flow. And I guarantee you that if you start journaling regularly, and honestly, it can just be 5 minutes a day, when you just take 5 minutes of quiet time just to scribble down whatever's coming up for you, it is going to help you to understand yourself better, to have more inner peace, and to also have more clarity about what it is that you want. Trust me on that. I hope this has been helpful, and I hope it's encouraged some of you naysayers out there to maybe give journaling a go. If you do give it a go, let me know how it works for you. I'd love to hear about it. And until next time, wherever you are and whatever you're doing, I hope you are learning how to trust yourself more and more every day. And I can't wait to see what you do next. Take care, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.